Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to Brownlow Books. It is Monday, you get a book review. Through most of 2022, I read it. I took my time through the 1619 Project, a new origin story, put together by Nicole Hannah-Jones. Oh, she's the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Good for her. So, this book is about Black history. I feel like you don't get a lot of books specifically about Black history, particularly in America. I think you know why. But yeah, it's just a collection of articles and photos and little milestones in history and poems put together by some Black American scholars, journalists, and poets. I mean, that's the most basic way to dumb it down. I mean, it is a hunker of a book. I can't say that it was an enjoyable read because, you know, there's a lot of horrible things that have been done to Black people in America, and so it kind of feels horrible saying something like that. But like, it is well researched and thought out, and like I said, it's like a bunch of people. Like, you get a whole bunch of people. So like, it has different voices as you're going through it too, which is something I enjoyed because otherwise it would become a little like monotonous, you know. But it's not, which is nice. When it came out, actually I think it started as like, I don't know if it was like serialized or if it was like a magazine within a magazine from like, I don't know, it might have been like Time magazine or New York magazine. I'm not 100% sure where it originated from, but then the book grew out of it. And so between all of that, there's this big old controversy about Black people's history, which is just fucking stupid, people. Come on. They know their history. They were there living it. All right. So yeah, a lot of controversy when it first came out. When I was searching for the book to buy, I actually found like published books of rebuttals against this book. And I was like, the fuck these white people doing? The fuck you doing? So yeah, like, I don't understand that because this is just like a well-researched collection of articles about the history of Black people's struggles and their contributions to society and like how many disparities still need to be fixed. I mean, to sum it up, from the like fucking 18 articles that are in here. So like, fucking white people. Like, you can't rebut this. You can't, oh my god, okay. You can't change history. I can't believe I got to say that. Okay. Yeah, like, it could definitely start conversations about current things that needs to be fixed, but like, sometimes you need to know the history of how current things got to how they are, and this is really good at like explaining that and like narrowing it down to like specific different things of like, so for example, okay, there's like capitalism, politics, citizenship, self-defense, punishment, inheritance, music, healthcare. Like, Black people are treated differently and you can't say otherwise. You can't. So yeah, it was very interesting to like kind of tie it all together while still keeping it just ever so slightly separate into like its particular categories. So the chapter, article, whatever you want to call it, that is sticking with me the most because I was just like, how did they put this and this together, was just like delightful and horrible. Delightful. Sugar. So it connected like how like Louisiana sugar plantations with the sugar cane were like the most horrible plantations to be on because of like the high incidence of like maiming and death. And then they were able to connect it to today and how Black peoples have a higher incidence of diabetes. And they were able to like weave that trail between fucking, you know, like fucking 400 years. And I was just like, wow, like the connection you just made, your brain. What? So, like, there was a couple of other instances where I was just, like, reading and I was like, whoa, like, I didn't think of, like, how this influenced this, you know, 200, 300, 400 years later. Like, So yeah, like, very informative, very well thought out. Doesn't read like your boring history textbook would. Like, it interesting. It's very interesting. I kind of wish there was something like this for Canada. I feel like I didn't hear about a single black person in my history class in Canada. To the point that I learned about the first free black man in Canada from a motherfucking postage stamp. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. I was working at the post office at the time. I think we sold the 10 that they sent us, and then they didn't get reordered because there was no interest for them, and I was just like, I fucking hate this town. The reason the 10 were sold were me. I literally sold 9 of them, and my coworker sold 1 to me. So I would love to have something like this for Canada. Like, this is 100% American. I'm not gonna say very, 100% American. It is the 1619 Project after all. But like, yeah, it was just very interesting. I highly recommend it if you're alive. I was like, I could narrow it down and say for this person and this kind of person, just no, you probably don't know enough about black history to say that you don't need this. Talking to you white people. Yeah. I think it could just be very good at starting some conversations. Because, like, black people were crucial to the formation of your country. And you tell them to go home. They are home, bitch. Oh. Like, the fuck. This, yeah. It does at times anger the blood a little bit. I say that as a white person, I can't fucking imagine people who have to live it and then go read it and just be like, yep, that's what happened. That's shitty. But yeah, read the book. Just read it. On Goodreads, it has 12, just over 12,000 views. Reads. The fuck is my brain? Comes out to a 4.62 stars, which is really good. But yeah, like I said, it's very well thought out, very well written, very well placed throughout it, because it goes like chapter, article, point in history, poem, point in history, poem, photo. Like, it's kind of very uniform in what it does, but everything is very different, which is really nice. I really enjoyed it. So, highly recommend. That's all. I will see you around next time. Thanks for hanging out.